How do we force a decision in a 4-unit self-managed complex? There are always 2 for and 2 against.
They're the fun schemes, I say, and as I say to a lot of clients, generally a 4-lot scheme can create more work than a 400-lot scheme because of that one reason where you just continue to get it to deadlock. So it's very common. I always say strata is a democracy. It comes back down to a vote. And unfortunately, when you're in a 4-lot scheme, you can't get that majority vote. You're in a deadlock. I basically say that if the decision relates to something that is an obligation of an owner's corporation, so if it's, requirement to repair common property, which is a requirement under Section 106 of the Strata Schemes Management Act, then you can force a decision through NCAP. But if it's a deadlock decision on something that is not an obligation of the owner's corporation, then the matter remains unresolved. You could take it to NCAP, but you're going to have grounds on why you're forcing it. I'll give some examples. So if there was a failed, membrane and it was leaking, and you got a deadlock where 2 wanted to repair the membrane and 2 didn't, it's a deadlock. I would definitely take that to NCAP because an owner's corporation has an obligation to repair that failed membrane under Section 106. So it's not really a choice. It's something that you have to do, i.e. it's an obligation. And I think you'd be successful in having that pursued in NCAP. If on the other hand, it was like, we think that the carpets are dated, although they're in good condition, but they're dated, we actually want to replace carpet to tiles in the lobby. That's for me an upgrade. That would be very difficult to force upon other owners that are against it because that's more of an upgrade as opposed to an obligation. So I think the short answer is where you feel that the decision is an obligation of the owner's corporation to meet their obligations under the Act, repairing and maintaining or any other type of obligation, you can force that decision through NCAP. But if it's a simple decision about, wanting to upgrade or, alter common property in any way just to enhance the common property, then I don't think you can enforce that decision. And unfortunately, it's a democracy. You don't have the votes. It ends up being a deadlock. The matter remains unresolved.